In this video, we'll review some of the content and features that we have developed in our enterprise budget software. These features will allow you, the user, to, in a fairly quick fashion and user-friendly method, tailor those numbers to better fit your farming operation, and then also perform a series of different options or look at different alternatives in regards to your farming operation, and then determine which one is in your best financial interest. Let's take a look at the command button items that are shown on the right hand side of the budget summary. You'll notice very quickly that these are in different colors. The text is in different colors here, and these were designed based on different purposes and intent within the program. These items that are in orange are informational links that allow you, the user, to make some better informed decisions. Those items that are in blue require a series of decisions that you will need to make if you decide to press those items. So for instance, if you were to click on print reports, then we can look at some different choices that you have in regards to the printouts that you can produce within our software. Obviously, you can print all sheets. All sheets involve not only this particular screen, but all of the supporting screens within our budget software. And of course, we can print preview any of these sheets if you desire to do so by clicking on this particular item here, print preview. So that allows you some choices there in regards to printing some reports. And then let's look at the budget summary itself, and you'll notice that very quickly you won't be able to change any of these cells here that are shown. We have protected those cells because we have some formulas behind that, and so what you'll need to do is to click on the budget item here that is shown in blue, and then you'll notice that some of these items are in a different color. Now this means that we have already visited this supporting link, at least for wheat. We decide to check or change the prices or yields for our farming operation. We can click on the hyperlink. That's what these items are called here on the side. They are some additional navigational links for you, and this will take you to the supporting sheet of which the wheat numbers are based off of. And then you'll very quickly notice that we have some different color-coded cells within this sheet, and this pertains to all of these supporting sheets within our budget software. The items that are in brown are the default items that we built and developed based on the information that was from the startup menu when we first opened up this budget session. The items that are in blue are some formula cells, and then which are also protected. These items in brown are protected. These items in blue are protected. However, these items that are in green, at least on this sheet, these are user entry cells. So if we want to use a $6 per bushel price for wheat as our harvest price instead of the $5.24, say 10-year average harvest price for wheat, we can do so. That will override this number in favor of our user entry cells. If we also wish to change the default yield, which is either based on a 5 or 10-year average for the southwest region of the state, then we can change that to, for instance, 30 bushels, and then very quickly clicking on the black command button, which is a navigational link also, we can see that this changes to 30 bushels as well. So to get back over here, we can also change the timing and or sequence of our sales, say selling at $6. So if we want to change the sales information, we can do so. We will see a pop-up form that shows us all 12 months of that sale period, as well as those prices that you can very quickly see do vary depending on the month of the year. This is based on a seasonal index from the past say 10 years, and we can see a seasonal pattern of some price differentials within the wheat marketing year. Typically, wheat bottoms out during harvest or shortly thereafter, based on some harvest pressures in the northern Great Plains, which also produces wheat, and then it trends back up into the fall months and then also back into the spring. Now that's typically the case. Doesn't always follow that in any given year to year, but over a longer period of time, looking at a track record, that's generally the pattern that wheat follows. But we can also change the sales transaction months. Doesn't necessarily have to be sold 100% of all of our wheat across the scales in June. It could be 50%, say for instance in July, and then also say that 50% selling across the scales in June. And what that will do is it will give you a weighted average of those two prices. So instead of selling at $6, the weighted average of those 2 months will be, say, $5.92. So if we were to go back to the budget screen, you will see that $5.92 for our expected price shown there. And then also going back into the wheat summary sheet or the yields, and this is the yield sheet here, and this really accounts for all the information that we can make some changes in our prices and yields in this yield sheet. And the averages are shown here for the past say 10-year period, and we have some representative numbers shown here, and then also for the market yearly average or average annual price for Oklahoma for this 10-year period here, of which the average is $5.24. That gives you sort of a long-term perspective of wheat prices, but we also encourage you, the user, to put your own projection here of whatever you think it might be for the harvest price for the next upcoming year. So that's basically a summary and a feel and flavor of how to change some numbers within the budget to better account for your particular operation. We encourage you to use your farm records as a good starting point because the better the information going in, the better the information going out. So with that, we'll end this session. And in our next session, we'll look at some of the operating inputs as well and how to change those.